Hi everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with another general reading for you guys. So I wanted to take a look at the energy of the divine masculine, and of course, masculine energy, it's always typically just energy, so it could be male or female. But this time around, I am focusing on a divine masculine who specifically represents male energy. Okay, so what is he afraid to admit to you about his feelings? Let's take a look at that. So, general advice, take from it what makes sense for you as always, and release what doesn't make sense. I'm going to start with my silhouettes deck here. Okay, so let's see. What is he afraid to admit? That could be a negative, that could be a positive. Let's see. Let's open up the divine masculine's heart space to discover what they are afraid to admit to you, divine feminine. Angels and spirit guides, please. Ooh, the intensity of the connection. Look at that. I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. So that to me is an indication that they have tried to ignore it. Maybe they've tried to push it away for whatever reason. Maybe they've had some experiences in relationships where they were either traumatized or hurt. Maybe they're not ready to dive in fully into this connection, but they're afraid to admit that this connection, it's pretty intense. Whoa. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here. I'm going to pull from my Luna Tarot. So maybe your masculine, he's not sharing this with you, but he feels it, that magnetic pull towards you, divine feminine. He could be holding back, but as it says, I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. So it's just a matter of time, I feel, before he just tells you what's going on in his heart space for you. So what's up with that? Well, we do have the King of Swords. Okay, so some of you guys could be dealing with an air sign. King of Swords specifically represents Aquarius. But despite the sign, if that's not your masculine sign, the part of the message of the King of Swords is that they're more tapped into their logical way of thinking, looking at things from their head space rather than their heart space. Okay, but it's getting to the point where they're going to have to admit that they've got feelings in their heart space. And maybe this person, this masculine, he's pushed those feelings down for so long, especially if they've experienced pain or heartbreak in prior relationships, prior to when you guys connected. Look at this next message. I could not have planned that if I tried. We've got the Three of Swords right here. You see? So somebody broke his heart. That's why he's afraid to admit to you, divine feminine, that he's got these feelings, that he feels drawn to you. It's a magnetic pull. Maybe he's still healing from this breakup. He could have also experienced cheating and infidelity, because we don't always want to blame the masculine for cheating. It could go either way. But this was a very painful experience right here. So that's really interesting because I did pick up off of that energy here. Now look at this, divine feminine. Here you are. You're coming in as the Empress. That is what you represent to your masculine. You are this beautiful, amazing Empress. Some of you guys could have already had children together because the Empress can represent motherhood. Or you guys could both have children from previous partnerships. But what they're afraid to admit here is that they really do have some pretty intense feelings for you. It's coming through very strongly. Sorry about that, guys. I had to reset my camera. It glitched on me. All right, so I feel, as I've mentioned, they're unable to really admit this to you because they've dealt with heartache in the past, and maybe they just aren't ready for this type of love connection, but they feel it. And it's only a matter of time before things can start moving in that direction, because as it says, they can't ignore those feelings. They feel so incredibly drawn to you. And then we've got the high priestess coming in here. So divine feminines, there's not a whole lot here for you to do aside from really just trusting your heart that your masculine will be able to share their feelings and open up their heart to you. It might take a little bit of time, but I have a feeling here you'll be quite pleased with what presents itself when they are ready to just tell you how they feel. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune right here. So this masculine, they see you as a part of their destiny. They see you as a part of their future. But as you can see here with the Ten of Wands, they've been carrying this heaviness with them because of something that they experienced in the past. Somebody that hurt them, a relationship that didn't work, that broke their heart, went into separation, and maybe they haven't been in a relationship in a while, and here you come with this amazing chemistry with this masculine, but in a way they're kind of pushing it away because I just keep getting they're not quite ready to admit their feelings, but it's there. It's definitely there. And then we've got the Two of Wands here, which is about progression. Okay, so progress that's being made here. And I really feel this divine masculine totally into you, divine feminine. They're very interested in you, and they really do possess the skills to make you happy. And all they need to do is to take action and to finally admit how they've been feeling about you, about the connection. And I feel that that certainly can happen. The Six of Pentacles, of course, is about equality. Both of you fully invested in the relationship. Okay, so I don't think it's gotten to that point quite yet because they're just allowing their fears to get in the way of progress. But it's on the horizon, I feel, and it makes sense that we've got the Three of Wands right here, which is about expansion, which is about looking forward, looking ahead. What does the future have in store for the two of you? So they just have to perhaps process through and heal this type of energy to lay down the heavy burdens that they've been carrying when it comes to prior connections where they ended up getting hurt. And if they need more time to be able to just tell you how they're feeling, just honor that and just have some patience for this to move forward, because I feel eventually he'll tell you, he'll open up to you when he's ready. Okay. Sorry for the beeping, guys. We've got this warehouse, as I've mentioned in prior readings. There's this warehouse close by, and when they've got their trucks coming in and out, it's just so annoying. So freaking annoying. But anyway, here we are. All right, so let's go ahead and grab another card from the Silhouettes deck. Let's see what else. What is he afraid to admit to you about his feelings? Okay. So we'll see if there's a consistent storyline that pops up here, or if this ends up going in a different direction. If it does, I may timestamp these down below because they might not be related to each other, but we'll see. All right, what else is he afraid to admit to you? Look at this. We have rendezvous. I need to see you. Let's meet up sometime. So we have a masculine here who's really wanting to ask you out, to meet up, to be able to see each other face to face. But if you're not getting that message or seeing that from your masculine, if he hasn't asked you out, if he hasn't actually said these words, it's like, I need to see you, let's meet up. If he hasn't said those things, that's because he's afraid. Okay, so what is he afraid of? Let's continue to take a look at that. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot Volume 2. So that kind of makes sense for me because we have a masculine here who feels the magnetic pull. All right, so the intense connection, the chemistry. So this could be the progress that is being made here, that eventually he will ask you out and ask you to meet up so that you guys can have that face-to-face conversation, those heart-to-heart conversations, so that he can finally open up to you. All right. We do have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is about challenges, competition that could have been a part of the equation for this masculine. Okay, so what I'm getting is, because we've already seen through the first batch of cards that there was the Three of Swords, right? This can sometimes be an indication of a love triangle or a third-party situation. Somebody got hurt here. There was a third person that could be part of that competition that they might have experienced in prior relationships. And maybe it was a huge mess. Your masculine might have experienced a very painful breakup or a tower moment. And so here they are. They feel this intense connection towards you, but they're afraid to invest fully, for now anyway. So you got to have patience, as we've already seen, because I feel that part of this pull that they feel towards you, it's one of those things that's just going to keep nagging at your masculine until they do something about it. So I don't think they're ready to give up on this connection at all. I feel eventually this can be the direction that it goes. But look at these cards. You see, Five of Wands, rivalry, disagreements, and competition. So that's the second card that we've got that's telling us that he experienced this rivalry in prior partnerships. So he was either cheated on, or he got himself entangled in some drama with third-party situations, and he doesn't want to repeat those patterns. Getting into confrontational conversations, maybe with an ex. And I'm just getting from this person, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want any more of that drama that he already got himself out of. But I feel when it comes to this masculine, he definitely needs to continue to heal from that type of experience. Look at this. We have the Three of Wands. Okay, so that card is already coming through quite prominently in this reading because it's the second time. All right, so we have a masculine here who really is more so focused on the future that they could build with you. Right now, they're just allowing their past history with somebody. And again, it could be an ex. And they need to be able to address those issues within themselves. That's not really your job to be able to heal your masculine here. This is something that they're going to have to focus on. And maybe they need more time. Maybe he needs more time to be able to do that and to heal, certainly, his heart space. But I feel eventually, once he's able to get past all of these types of energies, the rivalries in love, the competition, the arguments, the disagreements, I feel this was very traumatic for him. And so he really just wants to move forward and be able to be happy again. But I just keep getting for this person that as much as they want it, they're also afraid to claim it. But then we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is satisfaction. This is wish fulfillment. And I feel, Divine Feminine, eventually your masculine will be able to make this wish come true. Okay? I feel eventually that can happen. But he's not ready. So it's one of those things where you have to maybe just give him some space to be able to come to his own conclusions when he's ready for you guys to meet up so you can talk and really have that deep discussion about his feelings, your feelings, and to see where this connection could go. Because I'm just getting for this person, if it resonates with you, they had a bit of a rough history in love and romance. It was not easy, but I'm also getting that they contributed to all that drama that they got themselves into. And so they needed to perhaps be single for a good minute in order to not dive into another relationship, especially after having gone through maybe a painful breakup and they haven't healed from it. So if they need time to be able to process the pain, to allow their heart to heal, to get into a much better mental space, then give them the time and space to do that, because I feel the version of your masculine that comes towards you and is able to really offer you a lifelong commitment and certainly a very happy relationship, that person needs a little bit more time to be able to cultivate that within themselves, you know? And this makes sense for me too with that Two of Pentacles, because this is someone who was juggling. You see, that's why there was competition. So if your masculine was the type to juggle people before, third parties, love triangles, I feel they really got burned, you know, by getting themselves into those types of situations. They know what it's like to get hurt and hurt other people, you know? And as you can see here with the Eight of Swords, they're definitely trapped in their head over what happened, feeling imprisoned perhaps, powerless to be able to do anything about this right now, even though they feel such an intense connection with you. Look at this, though. We've got the Six of Pentacles. So they really will, I feel, eventually get to a place in their heart where they want to be able to give as much as they take. All right, that's why we've got the Six of Pentacles coming up twice in this reading. This is about equality, equal give and take, giving and receiving, sharing a life with somebody. It's got to be 50-50. Otherwise, to me, you know, the way I see it, it creates a very lopsided situation in the relationship. And the more you guys are in that lopsided energy, then it ultimately is not going to work. And so they could have also created situations like that in the past. And so part of looking ahead and focusing more so on how they could be with you in the future is to get to this point. Right now, these are things that they need to work out within themselves. That is what I'm getting for your masculine. All right, so that makes sense for me. Let's go ahead and grab some dialogue here from the masculine. All right, so I'm going to grab some cards from my Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 2 deck. What is he afraid to admit to you about his feelings? Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my divine feminines watching for a masculine who has been a little bit closed off, maybe not very expressive. What is it that they need to say through this reading? What are they afraid to admit to you? Here we go. I wish life had a rewind button so I can fix us, so I can tell you all the things I wanted to say, but never did, so I can hold you in my arms and never let you go, so I can make us right once again. Okay, so if that message makes sense for you when it comes to your masculine, perhaps this is what it is that he really needs you to know and understand. We were best friends. I love you. I need you. I miss you. Will you let me come back to be your best friend again? Wow. So you guys could have been the best of friends, turned into something more. And maybe some of you guys could also be dealing with a masculine because you guys were friends for a very long time. Maybe they didn't want to ruin things. Maybe it got awkward. That could have contributed to a separation for some of you because it's clearly saying here, will you let me come back to be your best friend again? So not just best friends though, because they love you. This is one of those things, one of those situations where you can't ever go back to that friend zone, you know, even if it is the best friend zone, because you guys love each other. That's just what I'm feeling here. And they might have also ruined things between the two of you because they weren't ready. And so they want a do-over. Let's see what else. Oh my God. Okay. We're two stubborn people keeping our distance, trying to prove we're both right. This is fucking ridiculous. Can we please just be together already? I love you. Okay. So that's interesting because we are focused on what is he afraid to admit to you. So he's admitting that he's stubborn. Maybe you guys are both really stubborn. Maybe you guys feel like you're at a stalemate. It's not moving and you guys are in separation. You're at a distance from one another. And because of that intensity, right from the very beginning, I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. And so this masculine, I feel for some of you guys, they're getting really impatient. They're getting antsy. They're like, this is freaking ridiculous. Can we please just be together already? And they're telling you here that they love you. And bottom of the deck, we got this. Okay? And so I feel they believe no matter where you guys are at on this journey, that this is a workable situation and that eventually they'll be able to open up their heart to you and let go of their fears and just be fully open and just share how they're feeling. Because I feel certainly productive conversations between the two of you, both being open and honest and just putting it out on the table. It's like, this is how I feel. And whatever it is that you need to say to your masculine, for you guys to have a better understanding of where you both are at in your heart, so that this situation, this relationship can finally move to a place where you guys can just love each other and be together. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for this reading, guys. I do hope that what presented itself here for you and your masculine makes sense for you, whatever bits and parts of it did, and give you some advice moving forward to hopefully find your way towards each other and to finally get to a place where you can just say what you got to say to one another. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. If you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Take care.